So if you wake up with that lower back pain or you get that feeling after you sit for too long, you have to try this hip flexor flossing exercise. Not only do I know it works because I do it every single day, because obviously people sit and sleep, but I cannot count how many clients I have lost due to the fact that their back pain disappears, and if it comes back, they do this exercise I'm going to show you now, and it literally disappears directly after. So if you have lower back pain and you have not tried this exercise, then I'm not surprised you still have lower back pain. All right, so before we get into the exercise, I want to show you where I'm working just so it's a little bit more clear. So I said hip flexor because your abdominal muscles are also a hip flexor. So your abs are right here. Your hip flexors are a little bit off to the side. So if this is like my hip bone, if you will, here's my belly button. Your psoas major is going to be in between here, and your iliacus is kind of on the inside. The most important thing to remember is in this entire area, we have fascia, we have our ab muscles, we have our hip flexors, and we also have our organs. Nothing should hurt. Everything should feel, in general, okay, because we're not putting that much pressure in this area. So if you're not really sure if you're hitting your abs, or if you're hitting your intestines, or maybe your stomach, or your hip flexors, your psoas, your iliacus, don't worry about it, because in general, we can test and retest. If you go in this area and it's a bit uncomfortable, you do the exercise 5-10 minutes like I'm going to show you, and then you realize throughout the day it feels better, then that shows that you have naturally, because you're not taking any medication or anything synthetic, alleviated the pain. The reason I call it flossing is because of the movement I'm going to show you here, and because we sit and we sleep every single day, that is why sometimes we need to do this with repetition. It's like brushing your teeth. You can't just brush them one time in your life and it's done. No, because you eat food, the food gets on your teeth and you have to clean them. The same thing comes with us throughout our daily life. Why implementing something like this is so helpful. All right, so position number one is the simple floss. So I'm lying on the tool with, I would say, my belly button basically in the middle. And from here, what I can do is I can rock left and right. I prefer to lean a little bit more towards my left because this is the one that bothers me the most. I can change the position of the tool if I want a little bit, but from rocking left and right, I also like to go up and then down. Up and then down, and sometimes, yep, you're going to see this, that I even almost tilt myself on my knees. I don't want to scream into the microphone, because here I can now kind of mimic that position as you see maybe up in the corner here when I'm reaching towards my shoes and trying to tie them or put them on, which is often an area or a time when the psoas can really start to pull against the spine and really kind of cause that lower back pain, where most people think it's coming from the lower back. So this is the basic flossing position, and now I'm going to go into that second position, the first one I said that bothered me in yoga, where my leg is crossed. So this is one of the positions I feel that pulls on my left side of my lower back. So this is the first position after the regular flossing. I'm going to inverse. Now, obviously when I lie on my stomach, that changes everything a little bit. However, this is going to be the first position I floss, and the second position is going to be this. All right, so I'm going to show it up top here, the other direction from this, so to speak, because it's kind of hard to see right now. You can see my foot here, but you don't really understand how my leg is crossed. Now, obviously, it's a little bit different than the traditional yoga position I showed you before, because I'm now on, what am I, prone, where the other one I was like kind of sitting supine, so I was the other direction. However, this is quite nice because this also lifts me up a little bit higher, and so the tool can go a little bit more in my left side because that's kind of where I'm leaning on it, and I can also go into that kind of forward and backward flossing motion too, where I bend my spine and I elongate my spine. And this is also kind of cool too because you see me now moving my left leg. This is usually a trigger point within everybody's quadriceps. So this is actually quite cool because I can also, this is the knee I broke too. I had 6 screws and a plate in it. And this is a great way for me to kind of work on that suprapatellar pouch that's right above my knee and my quadricep, where I have a bit of a trigger point. So a completely different subject, different video. However, you can kind of pet 2 birds with one hand. That's the vegan version. I'm not vegan, but I think it's funnier than kill 2 birds with one stone version of getting a few things done. But back to the point, here I'm back in my left side, and sometimes also I like to go a little bit more in the middle because remember the hip flexor of the stomach is also the hip flexor, and a lot of times it's a combination of your abs and your psoas that are causing that pull in that position I showed before where I was reaching forward and trying to tie my shoes. So this yoga position right here is another one that I often feel pull on my lower back. So this is going to be the third position that I mimic when I'm using my Psoas Rite to release the hip flexor, and then after I can always retest the positions, and when the pull is gone, then I know it was effective. All right, now I've got that second yoga position, and I'm going to show again a different angle of this because I know it's a bit blocked in this angle. However, I've got my knees to the right, and I've got this tool directly going in more of my left side at the moment. Now, I prefer often to focus more on one side and then both at the same time, and my issue is always more of my left, which is why I'm focusing on my left. You can also choose to move your arm in different positions because that allows you to get a little bit lower and the tool also to get a little bit lower. I like to play around with the position of my knees. You don't see this right now. I'm going to show you from a different angle how I do this because the different position in the knees allows me to get in that position from the yoga pose where I often feel in my lower back. And then what is great is after doing this for a few minutes, I can just retest the position that previously bothered me, and after it won't, because this is the third time I've shot this video due to technical difficulties, and I already know it doesn't hurt anymore because this is my third time doing it. So that is what I do daily to fix my lower back pain, and my clients do too. Again, just like flossing your teeth or brushing your teeth, due to the fact that you use your mouth every day for food, you have to continue to clean them. It's the same thing with our lower back pain, our hip flexors, and our abs, because we're sitting, we're sleeping, we're moving in not natural ways, and we're basically living in a zoo that we call life. So doing this daily or periodically makes sense because just like your teeth, you can't brush them once and be good for the rest of your life. If this video helped you, please subscribe to my channel. Please share it with anybody you know that might want the help. And also check out my online programs. If you're a dancer, I've got an unbelievable Unbreakable Dancer program where this video is in. And also I have the Unbreakable Body for everybody else. It's a program that focuses on fixing lower back pain, fixing shoulder pain, and fixing the overall body just so you understand how it works and you remain pain-free. So I've got both, which are both fantastic options. I have dancers in the Unbreakable Body and non-dancers in the Unbreakable Dancer. Did I say that correctly? Kind of hard to say that one. Either way, thank you for your time. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, and I'll see you all next week for the new video.